One thing that always used to make me nervous in general, besides just draping, is throwing off cords. I don't know why, but for some reason, doing anything that could possibly contaminate myself, and I think techs, most people who do work in surgery are like that. They don't want to contaminate anything. So draping always made me nervous because I'm getting close to something that isn't sterile. And throwing off cords made me nervous because I could possibly contaminate myself or whatever I'm throwing off if I'm not careful. So that always makes me nervous. Even now, it makes me a little bit nervous. But it's something that I never actually had to do at Toledo. So now I'm getting to do something new that I've never done that I must not have thought about. Uh, Last thing that's different is prepping. Prepping, I actually haven't gotten to do that yet, but some of the techs, you have to be able to do that. One thing they've been told is everybody sort of fills in for everybody at one point or another. And when we were cleaning up, I noticed they were helping even anesthesia. When I was at the last site, they were very specific about your area, your role. If you were a surge tech, you never went anywhere near the anesthesia cart. They were so specific about who goes where, and I think it's because you have to have that kind of accountability when you're working in a big place. If you're working in a place that's that big with that many people, you need to know who goes where at what time. And when you're in a case, your cases could last a long time. You could be in there for eight hours or more, and they might switch out personnel 3 times. The person who starts the case, the nurse anesthetist, the scrub, the circulator, that could change 3 times before the case is over. Maybe even more than that if you add in people taking breaks or being relieved for lunch. So I think they're very, very specific about who goes where and who belongs in what place. But at a smaller center, it's not like that. You're going to be working with the same people. You're going to know their names. They're going to know you. You're going to be working with them every day. So everybody gets comfortable, and at the same time, you don't have anybody to take over for you who's coming in to give you lunch. It doesn't work that way. So everyone has to sort of pick up and help each other out. So even when we're cleaning up, I'm going over the anesthesia, and right away I'm kind of nervous over here because last time this didn't go so well for me. I kind of got yelled at the last time I even looked at the anesthesia cart. They were like, "Stay away from this, or the charge nurse she's gonna come in here and tear you apart." And I was like, "Cool, got it." Now I'm over there actually unplugging stuff, plugging stuff in, knowing how to turn it on, and it's actually pretty cool because I'm getting to learn something that I pretty much didn't expect that I was gonna get to. So just one benefit of being at a smaller place. Another thing you should try to do is these surgeons. It's kind of the same thing. You're going to have to get to know them a little bit. But one thing is take advantage. If you're working with the same people, try to pick their brains. Ask them, try to learn a little bit more about the kind of cases that they do. A lot of the cases that I've done, the surgeons have been really, really nice and have been willing to teach me and show me things. And that's something that I never really got at another place. At the same time, you're working with them every day. It should be easier to learn what the kinds of things that they want. So pay attention to what they want. It'll be a lot easier than it would be if you were switching out surgeons every single day, working in a different case and with a different surgeon, different preceptor. It's not like that here. You're working with the same people. So take advantage of that. Hours, because it's a smaller place, they're not going to have the same hours that a bigger place is going to have. Where I'm at, I'm barely guaranteed 8 hours a day. So I have to fight to get the hours that I need. And it's tough. It's tough, and I have struggled. So make yourself available. Try to come up with something to do that's productive and that helps them. They might find something that helps them out and helps you at the same time. For example, sterile processing. I'm doing more work, and I haven't really started yet, but I'm actually learning more things in sterile processing, how to use the machines. I did some work in sterile processing before at like Toledo, but it's different. Now I'm actually getting to work the machines, and it's pretty cool. Also, an advantage of sterile processing is you actually have immediate feedback now. Before, I didn't have that because at Toledo, their surgery department was like on the second floor, and processing was on in the basement. Now they're down the hall. So if I never knew if I was doing the right thing when I was putting my stuff away. In fact, it didn't seem like everybody was on the same page. Not everybody sprayed down their instruments. Not everybody opened them up and placed them in the tray the same way. Some people left the towel in there. Some people didn't. Now I can go back there and talk to the staff in central processing and ask them specifically how they want me to put the trays back. And it's just good. It makes our job easier. It makes their job easier. And if you need something, you can go straight to them instead of having to go department to department, call down there. So that's one advantage that I think it's an advantage anyway. And I'm learning from them as well. Oh, this is a big one. Remember, you're new. You're the new kid. You're the new student. Be careful how you act. Be careful of what you say. This is my 3rd month, and I was at a bigger facility. But that doesn't mean I know everything. Just by what I've talked about, I've seen different procedures here that I never got to do at Toledo. Endoscopies, a whole lot of scopes. And I was not comfortable, still kind of iffy on some things. But you know what? That doesn't mean I know everything. I'm still learning. I'm going to continue to learn. So remember to be confident, not cocky. Because I came in here and I think a lot of them responded well to my personality, because I try to be humble. I try to be confident. I don't always seem it, but that's because I'm trying not to come off as cocky or arrogant. And they like that. They prefer that because they've had in the past students who come in who think they know everything. And you can't teach people like that. So just remember those things, and so do the best that you can. So that is the end of my journal for month 3. Thank you for watching.